There are things people feel, but never talk about. This is one of them. I once spoke to someone who was completely sure they were right. Not in an aggressive way, not trying to argue, not trying to prove anything, just certain. Certain about how life works, certain about people, certain about what's true and what isn't. And as they spoke, you could feel it. They weren't pretending. They weren't lying. They genuinely believed what they were saying. And that's what made it different. Because the more they spoke, the more something became clear. They had never seen anything outside of what they knew. Their world was built from what they grew up around, what they were told, what they experienced, what they were exposed to, and nothing beyond that. So of course, they believed it. How could they not? If you only ever see one side of life, that becomes your truth. If you only ever hear one perspective, that becomes your understanding. And when something different appears, it doesn't feel like a new idea. It feels wrong, unfamiliar, uncomfortable, even threatening. So people resist it. Not because they're bad, not because they don't care, but because it doesn't match the world they know. And that's where a lot of disconnection begins. Not in conflict, but in misunderstanding. We expect people to see things the way we do, without realizing they've lived a completely different reality. They've walked a different path, seen different things, felt different experiences, and sometimes they've never had the chance to see anything else. No exposure, no alternative, no reason to question it. So what we call ignorance is often something else. Limitation. A limit of exposure, a limit of experience, a limit of perspective. Not always a refusal to understand, but an inability to see beyond what's familiar. And when you start to understand that, something shifts. You stop reacting with frustration. You stop expecting instant understanding. You stop taking it personally, and instead, you begin to respond differently, with awareness, with patience, with a little more distance, because you realize something simple but important. You can't expect someone to see what they were never shown. You can't force understanding. You can't rush perspective. You can't argue someone into seeing something they've never experienced. But you can do something else. You can be the moment they start to see something different. Not by forcing it, not by pushing, not by trying to win, but by showing calmly, clearly, human to human, without pressure, without ego. Because sometimes, all it takes is one new perspective, one moment of clarity, one experience that doesn't match what they thought was true. And that's how things begin to shift. Not instantly, not completely, but enough. Enough to question, enough to open up, enough to see something new. And sometimes, that's all it takes to change everything. I have no name here. Just call me the stranger.